Bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Liver Show, baby. Voice is definitely 50% better than it was. I'm going to definitely rest it for most of the day. This is going to be a quick in and out. All right, I don't want to push myself too hard. I could damage my vocal cords somewhat, so I do have to keep it a little on the low here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. Amen. Let's jump on into BTC and see what's happening to Bitcoin. All right, you see this kind of flag forming. We could get a nasty drop or pop. They kind of have us in waiting here. It's a very sketchy time, right? Like, because you could easily drop with a lower high, basically a lower high. But you can easily pump with a higher low, and we're in the middle. Like, is this the low, high, lower, high, or is this the high, low, lower, a higher low? And that's, I think, what has a lot of people kind of sketched out, because as traders, we know we've seen big pumps this way, and we see big dumps that way, and they've got us in this indecision period for quite a long time now. Trying to trade this chop, interestingly enough, if you're a beginner or you're new, will definitely chew up your account. I've even had trouble here and there because I get stopped out. My regular signals would get stopped out. However, when I went back to the basics and just kept doing the 1 minute 200, like this morning, if you had traded when the 1 minute crossed this 200 MA, you would be in the money right now. It's very simple. We're now making a flag on the 1 minute time frame. That's a bull flag, right? That's likely to pump to the upside. If you ask me, that looks absolutely lovely. I would trade that bull flag to the upside, even though it is a Saturday morning. You're getting a golden cross coming right there. You have a nice flag. The area is 59,377 for BTC. Look at that. Right when I said that, spike to the upside, right? Bang. Look at that. I said I would trade that. Boom. Candle spiked immediately. I see a short squeeze coming here for Bitcoin. Looks like it's going to take us to 60,600. Look at all the liquidity above us. They do have liquidity below us, but the liquidity looks like it's building up to 60,500. I would say this is going to head to the target there, 59.3. Anything is possible, but man, when you cross the 200 MA, yesterday when you crossed the 200 MA, cross the 200 MA, cross the 200 MA, we make this so simple for you. And we even put out this one when the big pump happened, cross the 200 MA, and then I even had this flag, if you remember, that broke to the upside. Then we had another flag, that, and then boom, and then the rising wedge that eventually would kind of complete one more pump. Anyway, so what do I see happening for Bitcoin today? Well, let's do our top-down analysis. Let's take a look at our daily candle close, and let's take a look at what's happening to BTC. Right off the bat, we had a bullish candle close yesterday. It was bullish, a bullish engulfing. You could put this candle inside of it. That's a bullish sign. 57,541 was the open. The high was 59,817. The low was $57,098.62, and the candle would close at $58,874.60, up $1,333.54, up 2.32%. Look, 33333. Think about it. Trading leverage. You trade 10x leverage, and this thing goes up 2%. That's a 20% day. You trade 30x leverage, that's, I'm just saying. So like Bitcoin lately, every single day, look, 2%, 3% that day, 2% that day, 1%, another 3% day. Every time, look, there's an 11% day, right? When Bitcoin makes moves 7% a day, 4%, we can make a lot of money. You see? These candles are producing a lot of movement. All right, not like this. That was pretty flat, but these candles have a lot of volatility inside of them. Very bullish sign. I wouldn't be surprised if the daily, look at the daily, about to get a cross of the MACD. The daily's about to cross this dotted line. Right there was the last time we were right here at the same place in the stochastics RSI. Look, like we were right below the line. Similar scenario going on right now. Right there, right? And once you cross the line, look, there was a nice big movement there for Bitcoin. We went from 59 all the way back up to 68. That's a $10,000 move. And to me, this is a flag. So I'm willing to simply trade this flag. I'm willing to risk $2,000 for $6,000. If I get beat, so be it. I'll do it again. And eventually I'll make 18 and I'll pay myself. But this looks like a move is coming to the upside on the daily time frame. I really, and I could be wrong, eventually as a trader, you look at all the indications and you take a call. I'm taking a long call. I could be wrong. You guys might watch me get banged out and say, wow, Lifer is the worst. But you know what? What I did is I took a shot. And if you keep taking shots eventually and you have a system you're going to be in the money over time. Again, I can't guarantee that to anybody because I don't want to tell you something that's not true because I don't know how you behave. You might, anyone can take a good system and ruin it with bad emotions. So it really is up to the person. Once the knowledge is given, it's up to the person. But that looks interesting to me. And if you told me that was going to break out, I would say, it looks like it will. The 22-hour also looks like it will. All right. The 12-hour and the 6-hour has been my go-to. It's the one I've been watching, right? The 6-hour, the 4-hour, they both look interesting. The 4-hour got a little high without getting out. That's the one thing I will tell you. Like, kind of like, you got a heavy resistance here on the 4-hour. Resistance right there. Resistance. The 4-hour has to break 61,000. It's usually the 8. Yeah, 61,695, 61,008 on a wick. We'll call it 62K right there because that's the resistance. But you got to break through 62,000 to remain bullish. If you want to be extra cautious on the long, you would wait for us to break 62K, retest it, and that's when you would trade like the 1 minute. Like trade when the 1 minute breaks above the 200, above 62K, because then you've broken key levels of support or resistance. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping in. Can I do Peter? Hey, Loish, I think I'm going to grow a beard. I can't do it perfectly, but it's almost back. I lost a part of my deepness. Live for my man. Can you show super rare? It's pumping crazy since days. Yeah. Hey, I'm happy I got some super rares though. That intro reminds me of Tony Hawk PlayStation game. I love that. Whatever reminds you of Tony Hawk is awesome. I love Tony Hawk, baby. Love you, Lifer. The way you handle yourself is inspiring. Man, it's Druya. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. May God bless you, brother. So now look, the 1 hour is in a bit of a bull flag or an ascending triangle, right? That could break to the upside too as well. Let's slap on those moving averages. So the daily closing interesting. Look, we're about to have a golden cross. The 50 is crossing up towards the 200. Moving averages are getting tight. Kind of a shoulder, head, right shoulder. We also discussed this being a diamond pattern that to me, it's not perfect, but it has some diamond vibes here. And in the diamond, out the diamond to the upside, reversal pattern, right? So I've identified somewhat of a reversal here for Bitcoin. It's not perfect, but it does remind me of a diamond, right? Look at that. On the 30-minute, it's a pretty nice diamond. And it came into the top, it would come out the top, and we have a bull flag here. So I'm bullish on the 1 hour and the 30-minute here for Bitcoin. Again, I could be wrong. Many times I've played low stochastics pointing up with the MACD about to turn at the point of control inside of a bull flag with tight moving averages, and it's made me money. So I can't tell you that this isn't a system that I've found. That's it. That's it right there. I teach my students this every single day. So I would make a long here, as I already am long, very, very hard too, and a bit of a bit long. So you do what makes you happy. I'll do what makes me happy. I won't force you into a trade. I'm in a 3,596 USD Bitcoin trade. It's a 0.85 Bitcoins. All right. I basically have almost like an entire Bitcoin, which is almost a $60,000 trade, right? So can you show the super rare chart? You give some information. Jake would be proud. Who is Jake, man? Which better? Love you, Lifer. The way you handle yourself. Thank you. I didn't get it all the way back. I got it somewhat, but it's better than, last time I could barely speak. Like last show, I honestly couldn't talk. And I was like, what's happening? All we do is win, no matter what, baby. Shout out to Ryan Curry. Shout out to King of Sayas. Good morning, everybody. All right. So, as in the power law, man, I keep showing that. It's funny. Oh, let's put the lemon into the water. I don't think we did that yet. I was so hyped in my Ted Baker shirt, I forgot to put on the lemon water. You know what I mean? I did sip some honey, though. I'm overloading the honey. Billy Eatman has me coming back strong. I'm not that sick. Both my ears hurt. I'll be honest. Both my ears. Can you believe that? So now I've had 3 ear infections in the right ear now in the last month and a half. And I never had an ear infection. It literally had one in the last 20 years. I really think it's the AC, the hot, the super humid air outside. You come into the air conditioning. You go in and out of stores that are freezing closed, freezing cold. So what's my bearish tone? My bearish tone is that the 4 hour is going to dump us all the way here back to the bottom of the pattern. And we're going to have a vicious move right back down to 56, 55,000. BOOKMAP does have liquidity down there, suggesting that we may. And then there's one guy hiding out all the way down here at like 48,000. I believe that's a leftover order from the last time he said it went on vacation, and he'll come back and fix it. You know what I mean? It's just kind of sitting there. But Honeybees mixed with lemon helps. Amen, man. It really does. And those are two natural things that are naturally there to help you. You know, honey's an antiviral, bro. Like, it's unbelievable what it can do. You know, they teach people to get away from the natural sauce, man, and it's sad. A lot of people don't know the truth anymore. You know, Sammy from the land of milk and honey. Yeah, got to turn your thermostat up to 77. That's what we're saying. That's what my wife said today. She said, we got to be hotter in the house. Like, we can't be as cold anymore. We're gonna have to balance this. You know. Yeah, and I ate some garlic yesterday too. A bunch of cloves. Yeah. No kids pee in the jacuzzi. I don't let kids in my jacuzzi. No children in the jacuzzi. That's my rule, man. I don't like people bring their family over and they're like, oh, the kids are in the jacuzzi, and I'm like, no, they're not. I'm in the jacuzzi. Like, that's my special place. Like, your kids ain't coming in here with their dirty diapers and I have a sign, no kids under 10 in the jacuzzi, man. Straight up. My daughter can go in. She's 9 years old. She gets it. But yeah, I'm not having it. It's funny. One of my friends brought his kid over the other day, like a month ago, and she just kept getting in the jacuzzi, and I was like, I literally just picked her up and was like, no, like, and they weren't telling her to get out. I was like, yo, you're not pissing in my jacuzzi, kid. It ain't happening. You know what I mean? It's time to bounce. She was so upset about it, but I was like, yo, like, and then she just kept walking in and sitting there looking at me, and I'm like, I'm looking at the parents like, I don't know about y'all, but not in my house. Like, the kids listen to the dad in my house. Like, you know what I mean? Fight the good fight, Sammy. I know, right? So I gave you what I could for Bitcoin. Worst case scenario, this will break down. You'll get a bearish retest. You'll lose the 15-minute 200. If you get 2 or 3 candles, even one candle below this yellow line, the 200 MA, look for us to move right back down here to about 55,800. That's very likely. So wait for a spike out. Wait for a retest, and then take it to Valhalla if you are somebody who likes to play it safe. I like to push it to the edge. All right, and so I'm already in a trade right now on a Saturday, but you do whatever makes you happy. There's no pee in pool. Funny, right? I'll start using that. Who pissed in your jacuzzi, you know? Yeah. When someone's all upset, be like, yo, who pissed in your jacuzzi, bro? Yeah, man, why are you so pissed today? I want a stream of you in the jacuzzi. We did that. We did it yesterday, the other day. Look. I was looking at the business flights. This is what I was going to fly to in Singapore. They were going to pay for me to live in this little cabin. You know what I mean? And I think I might have been able to stream too. Now that I'm finding out, there's a chance I would have been able to stream. Honestly, I just feel like it still would have like kind of rocked. What if that's when Bitcoin makes a huge move and I miss it? You know what I mean? And as a team, I'm not there for everybody. My job is to be on the Bitcoin until it's not. You know what I mean? My job is not to fly around the world, and my job is to maintain for each and every one of you. And my time will come when I'll get to do whatever I want. I know that. My time will come, you know. But the reason why I'm here, I'm just showing you that I was in the jacuzzi. And we only got 8,000 views. Man, more people could jump in on that jacuzzi stream, you know. Right there, man. And I was sitting there having a blast. I got the cigar going.
Luckily, I have family and a good.
We're puffing on the Nicaraguans.
Yeah, you don't want to push your.
Anyway, yeah, I do a jacuzzi stream once or twice a month. You'll catch it. You'll see it. Just pay attention. You know what I mean? If it's bullish, don't see the Bitcoin right now. You made the right choice, Sam. You're there for who is important to you. First, family, then you and the lifers. Amen. And honestly, the exchange. The exchange wants to send me. They like the connection. I'll do even more for the exchange here at home. Like, you know what I mean? They'll make even more. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going to be able to make it happen no matter what. So, and speaking of that, shout out to Weeks. All right. Weeks Exchange is the place to be, man. Only 15 hours left to get the best discount ever. All right. We pinned it up here in the pinned comment section. Jump on into Weeks right now. We're running a campaign. It lasted 30 days. It was an unbelievable campaign. Super excited. One of the most successful campaigns I've ever had. A lot of you did sign up. I really, really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. I would never give you an exchange that I didn't think rocked and did the best. You know what I mean? That's why I stayed away from a lot of the bigger exchanges, Feemax, Bybit, and stuff like that, because they have the highest fees, everybody. They take the highest fees from you, and so they don't have to lower the fees. They're so known already at this point and trusted that they can charge a higher fee. The newer exchanges have to build that trust. They have to charge lower fees to break in, and we can take advantage of that as new traders. And so that's kind of what I'm always looking for. And then I'm vetting these exchanges, meeting with the people, saying, hey, you know, use your affiliate to join WEX. How do I join the event? You did already. If you use my affiliate, you're already in. Yeah, but you would want to join through the event if you could. But if you use the affiliate link, you're in no matter what. Yeah. Anyone under my links would be fine. Not Pool Advice. There's a product you can put in the pool where the guest that turns to be visible. Write a sign that says, "Don't even try peeing. It'll turn the water red." You're so funny. I just signed up this week to Wex. To Weeks. Thank you. Yeah. This week to Weeks. Yeah, exactly. They have a lower volume, so although you don't pay higher fees, hey, man, yeah. Bitcoin goes down and small exchanges blows up. Your money. If Bitcoin goes down and the small exchanges blow up, your money is kaput and you are crying. I don't know what he's saying. Yeah. Market long. Exactly. But that's why on the channel and every single day, we talk about putting money on a hardware wallet. That's why I showed my team too. I acquire a Bitcoin. You know, I attempt to get a Bitcoin a month if I can, sometimes more. It depends on how much comes in and what I'm doing. But if I can get a Bitcoin, the second I get that whole Bitcoin, it goes onto an exchange. I also stack, you know, money for the next few months, next few years, and then, you know, send it to the bank account. So you got to make sure you're basically creating reserves throughout these times. You have a big hit. Like the other time we had a big hit, you make $2-3 grand in a couple days, you got to take some money out and stash it to live on. Like, you do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor, but if you want to do what I do and be a professional trader and live off of your trading for the rest of your life, there's ways to do it. You're not, I mean, not every trader is going to hit $2 grand every single day. Even the best traders, like even when I'm rocking and rolling, I'm hitting a grand, $2-3 grand a day, 500 a day, 600 a day. There's going to be days where I take a hit, and there's going to be days, and you know, the days when I take a hit, maybe I lose 500, maybe I lose 1,000. You know what I say? I tell myself, I know there's a 20K day coming, because once the market swings hard, I'll put a bunch of cash into an altcoin, and it'll just, in a couple days, I can easily make 20-30 grand. And I've done it many times. So I don't stress. I don't stress the days that I take a hit, because I remember the days when it's going to be out of control. That's another reason why you have to take the most money out when the market's out of control, because then you can offset the days when the market is slow. This is a marathon, not a race. You're in for the long haul. See, everyone's in here to make money quick, and then they're like, wait. If I'm going to have longevity as a trader, I got to look at it differently than when I'm just trying to take money out of the market every day. You know what I mean? If you have a big account and there's any reason to use leverage on small trades, honestly, I use leverage because I like to add to altcoins, and I don't want to use money. Like, I like to take risk on altcoins. So like, I recently made the $2 grand. I put it in. I still actually didn't buy any altcoins. Actually, I got Bitcoin. So, and some Ondo. I guess it eventually did go in, but you know, and so you take out the money, you put it into something that matters, and it feels good. I don't care if I was making millions of dollars with my company and it was all coming in. I still want to produce from within. I want to take $2 grand, turn it into $4 grand, put it in another coin. To me, see, as an entrepreneur, you're addicted to the motion of money, the motion of moving money, whether it's small, large, bigger, it doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? You're always into the motion of making money. That becomes your habit, your addiction. You get creative with it. Like, for instance, I'll sit there and I'll trade, you know, I'll turn $5 grand into $7 grand. I'll do it 10 times. I'll put the $2 grand into maybe an altcoin 10 times. Now I have 20 grand. Now that's 10x's. I've turned $5 grand into $200,000. And I still have the $5 grand to continuously trade leverage with. I like leverage because it's an ever-paying source if you know what you're doing. All right. If you just start throwing money in it and you think you're going to make gains, you trade it like a casino with no stop loss, no risk management, then it's going to be a hole for you. And then you're not going to be, and then you're going to keep dumping money into it. And this is what 90% of people are doing. That's why I trade leverage with a stop loss every single time. I show you exactly my key strategies. I show you when I move my stop loss into break even as soon as possible. I guard my money way better than most of you. I see you guys. I see people with 10 grand, 20 grand, heck, 100 grand, heck, $250,000. And I see you guys throwing money away in ways I would never do it. I see it. I see kids take losses in my trading group, bigger losses than I would ever take. I rarely take a loss more than 500. $1,000 is a huge loss for me. Like, that's a big deal for me to lose a G. I won't do it. You know what I mean? Like, I know my risk for the day. Like, what's my risk? Like, right now on my trades, I know my risk. The most I can lose is this, you know? Now, I can lose bigger amounts if I go for bigger amounts, right? You must demo trade to figure out what's happening. You must demo trade. If you don't demo trade, you know, out of the market today, just wanted to say I always appreciate what you do for us, Semi. Your time and sacrifices don't go unnoticed. God's gift is not the big house, but he gave you the gift of inspiring and changing lives. Yep. Blessings to you and your family. See, that's what I realized. Like, you go after all these things that you want. Lamborghinis, nice cars, like, you know, mansions, nice, you know. And again, it's nice to have nice things and live in beautiful places. You know, the nicer, richer places, they're designed nicer. The landscaping's beautiful, right? It's more pleasing to the eye. And that is, when things are more pleasing to the eye, I think, so I don't choose like a certain community because of the money. It's more of like what it does for you, right? And it just happens to be that with more money, you get more of the pleasures. You know, they cram poor people into poor areas, right? And you got, you know, I lived there, believe me. I lived in a $600 800 square foot apartment, 500 square foot apartment. I've done it, man. I worked a night shift. I've worked some of the, I've done some of the bottom things in life. I was a busboy. I cleaned tables. I did it all. You can own a Lamborghini and designer clothes and still be poor-minded. And amen. I love that. My man has wisdom, yet is the freedom. Amen. Yeah. So like the money I make and all that stuff is all it's a bipartisan, it's a bipart of, of the mentality that I create. And your mind is your wealthy place. Like wealth comes from the mind, nowhere else. And that's once you realize that, you become wealthy. So that's why you have to work out, because you have to keep your mind right. To keep your mind right to stay wealthy, right? So like, therefore working out is part of being wealthy. It all is connected. Everything is one, Follow me at CryptoLifer33. I'm loving it right now. I'm getting a lot of feedback. I'm really, really excited actually. Blowfin tried to send me that, but I just kept like not responding. But they were going to send me that. I got it for my wife, like this high-end blow dryer or whatever. I just didn't want to give them I was like, Sam, quick question. If we lose the 200 to the 15, would it be a spot to start rethinking the long and wait for a better spot? I just said that, yes. Yeah, I said if you lose the 200 to the 15, we were likely going to drop to the bottom of that channel. Yeah, demo trading SCSU on Wex, been practicing. It's not equal dollar for dollar, USDT. Am I doing something wrong? I don't know. That's a good question. The jacuzzi live was lit. Yeah, what up, man? How you feeling? I'm feeling a lot better. Definitely. My wife took me down at like 11:30 last night. She said, you have 10 o'clock. She's like, you need to go to bed. I didn't do my Bitcoin update for the first time in a while. I didn't get into the charts. I shut off my computer and I just went down and I went to sleep. And I slept all the way from like 11 till 8. I slept for 9 hours. And it's the first time I slept for 9 hours in a long time. You're wise staying with the family at this time with the move. Just saying. Well, the move happens on like the 26th. Well, now we got them to close earlier, 4 days earlier. We thought we were going to close on the 30th. It looks like we're going to close on the 26th. Dude, in 9 days I close them. I can't wait for that day where I get to go there. And she's like, then you get the keys and then it's your house. And it's like, my wife's like, and then it's our house. Like, it's like, we got to go to a meeting, right? We have to sit there and do the closing and all the money has to go. And you're like, is the money going to clear? Is everything okay? Is everyone okay? And I'm like, I'm a little, I did one big closing already, but I did it with a buddy that was already into real estate. So like, I kind of just under his wing. He was just like, come to the closing. You got this. You know what I mean? And I did it with him. But like, this will be my second real estate closing of my life. It's pretty cool feeling, man. Wait, didn't you just move into a new house? Yeah, see, what I did is, this is what happened. Someone on the live stream was a real estate agent and they hit us up and like, you should come to Sarasota. We'll take you on a boat. And we did. And we went on a boat and we hung out, and while we were on the boat, she's like, I'm also a real estate agent. I could really help you find some stuff. And we started talking and we were like, we really want to live here or at least buy Airbnb. And so she started looking for Airbnbs, and then we started looking at different things. And then eventually we went with our buddy. I don't need that. Yeah, I don't need that. Thank you. It's got cream in it. That's not good for you. Just make me black. If you were to make me coffee, make me black coffee. Nothing. I don't drink nothing else. Sugar's bad for you. Cream is bad. Like I don't, especially when you're sick, you don't want sugar or cream at all. I don't need coffee. I'm great. Thank you so much, my love. I'm a hard man to please because I don't need a lot. You know what I mean? I'm an independent guy. Like, I spend a lot of time alone. I don't really need a lot, man. You made me closer to God since I looked at your stream. We all want to make money because it's important, but you were here to tell us that family and love are so important. And thanks for all that. It is, man. Think about it right now. I can make 20 grand a day, right? And so I've made 20 grand a day, like over 20 times in my life. I have to be honest with you guys. I've made over $20,000 in one day. I think over 40 times now in my life. All right. So I'm not trying to brag, but I'm trying to tell you, because of that, I asked myself, what if today I made 20 grand today? What if today I made 20 grand? But my kids were sick and my wife wasn't here or something happened to them. Do you think I would feel good? No. So is money everything? No, of course not. It can't be. It can't be, because if you gave me all the money in the world today, but my kids were not in good health, or one of my kids fell and had a broken leg or something, would I be in a good mood? No. So like, yeah. To be fair, you want to never be ill again. I know Dr. Sebi. Amen. Believe me, man. I know all the things that you guys know. I've been deep researching the internet for a long, long time. You know what I mean? So like, again, throw all the money you could at me. Get me as rich as you can get me. I realize that at the end of the day, that's not going to give me what it's nice. I'm not trying to say it's not nice. Like, I'd rather drive an Escalade than a 1998 Honda Civic. I'll tell you that for sure. I'm not trying to lie about having money. It's great, but it's not going to complete you. All right? It's just not going to complete you. All right? So I'm just saying, you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to brag or be rude here. I'm really trying to say, because someone can say money doesn't matter to them, but if they've never made tons of money, then they've never been challenged. You know what I mean? It's when you realize, when you really get the money, you realize you're like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'll drive a 97 Civic. People have demonized money in a way, yeah. He says that 98 Civic is literally what I drive. Hey, it's actually a pretty good car. The Civic lasts forever. You know what I mean? I have a 98 Civic X Coupe and I love it. Look at that. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just, hey, honestly, I have high standards. I want to drive a brand new Escalade. Like, that's my standard. Like, I don't want to drive an old used car. My dad had used cars. They broke down all the time. We were on the side of the road. Not a lot, but enough times me and my family were on the side of the road. And if you've been on the side of the road with the smoke pouring out of the radiator, it's happened to us. Like, we forgot the leash for the dog, so I had to take my sweater off and tie it around the dog to get the dog home. I remember it. I was like 10 or 12 years old. We were walking on the side of the road. And another time a car broke down. Another time the car broke down on the highway in the fast lane. And it was so scary. Then it came back on and I got everyone to the side. And it was like with my mom. So after that, I said, I'm leasing cars and I'm driving new cars for the rest of my life. I'm not doing this anymore. So I grew up on the side of the road with my dad a few times. And after that, I said, I don't want to do this. Like, by the time I was 14, and honestly, I didn't even get my first car until I was like 32, 34 years old. Like, I didn't. Most people were driving cars. I didn't do that, you know? I ride a bike, so 79, it's okay. I had a 2004 Civic X since high school. Look at that. Yeah, I still think the same. I have more than I need. Amen. Amen. Now, what if you're destined for greatness and more is going to come more? If God is, you may think you plan on making money, and God may have a bigger plan for you. I'm serious. Like, you may be like, yeah, I'm just going to make $1 million a year and start this business. What if your business starts making 10, 20 million a year? And you just keep working. Like, you just keep doing what you were doing. You sometimes can't control the wealth that will come to you. I know you don't believe me. You know what I mean? I'm a person who embodies wealth. I'm 19 years old and made 100K this year from crypto. I'll be a millionaire like you, Sam. Love you so much. Amen. Exactly. I own a 2022 Silverado, man, and it's been giving me so much problems. Way more than my 2013 Mustang. Crazy, right? I will suffer from something I prefer to do in a Lambo. Money should not be the goal in life, only a medium. It's a mindset, yeah. And I have similar stories. Utilities get cut off. My kids will never experience that. Old used cars break it down. My kids won't experience that. Exactly. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying I had it bad. My dad was awesome. He was just the type of guy that would not buy new. He felt like you could always make it work. And I believe, and a lot of the things he taught me are true. And I stay true to that, right? Look, we're getting a pump since I talked about Bitcoin. We are up a little bit, not a lot, but we're above the 200 MA. We're getting tight. The 30 minutes still has room. We're getting the bend on the stochastics. We made it through the gap of the VRVP. We got to get through this high volume node. Look, there's a big gap up there to 60,800, right? Like, you have money, you can go to acupuncture, right? You can spend money on homeopathic. You can try something that, and if it doesn't work, you can try something for $300, and if it doesn't work, back when I was making $500 a week, I couldn't try something for $300 to find out if it would work. I can experiment with my health now. You know what I mean? Money gives you the options to do things that you never thought possible. Like, I'm just being honest with you guys. Like, you want to embrace money. You want to embrace wealth. You want to say it's okay to be wealthy. Yeah? You want to say it's okay. You say, I'm destined to be rich. I am destined for money to come into my life. You want to create that. And you are. Everyone here is destined to have money in your life. Like, you're destined. It's your destiny. Money isn't the goal. Security for our loved ones is. Money just happens to be the means in this existence. Yeah. Are you doing TRT? What is TRT? I don't even know what that is. I'm down a few hundred since March. Hopefully it goes back. Over a few hundred. See, not bad, right? Yeah. The VTEX were hot, 100%. I love them VTEX, bro. What is TRT? She said, are you doing TRT? What is TRT? Testosterone therapy is a medical treatment aimed at restoring normal levels in men with gonadism, a condition characterized by low testosterone symptoms. I have high testosterone, you know what I mean? Wasn't tested too long ago, and my testosterone's pretty high for a guy my age, man. I don't think I need no TRT. Maybe not just yet. Maybe eventually, though. You know what I mean? Science does say that we do lose our testosterone over time, and that's what keeps us kind of ready to rock, right? I was homeless most of my life. I changed everything. New car, renting a house, not an RV in the street anymore. It's not enough, and that's okay. Always reach for more. Hey, Fit for Crypto, God bless you for getting yourself off the streets. I mean, that's an accomplishment in and of itself. That means if you can go from there to where you're at now, then you can become, you get way richer than I even thought of. Who here thinks they could become a billionaire in this life? Put a 333 if you believe you could become a billionaire in this life. I want to know, do you think you become a billionaire? Who here put a 333 if you think you become a billionaire? I believe it's possible for me. I'm going to put a 333. I believe I could become a billionaire. You never know. Like, I believe it. I believe it's possible. See, Jennifer wrote no, so you're never going to become a billionaire then. It's just not going to happen if that's your mentality. You see? You create the reality. I'll tell you something about people. Kentucky Fried Chicken, the dude who created that, he didn't start it till he was like in his late 50s. You know, I'm serious. All these people you think were multi-billionaires from day one or the greatest, some of them fought, had lost businesses, and eventually their last business hit, and you learned it. Oh, he's a multi-millionaire, billionaire. My wife's friend, my mom, this woman, Millie Briggs. I love telling this story. Millie Briggs is a famous painter from Martha's Vineyard. Right? Funny, based on the search, Millie Briggs. Maybe painter, maybe it'll come up. Wow, she don't. Anyway, she's a painter in the vineyard. She didn't start painting until her like late 50s. Next thing you know, her painting really took off, and then she got a deal with like the Christmas tree shop, and they put all of her stuff there, and she became a multi-millionaire. And she became famous in the vineyard, and my mother would go to her classes and teach. And this woman did not even start making gains until, this isn't her. There's more than one Millie Briggs, I guess. You know what I mean? But look, Millie Briggs, Millard of Vineyard Haven, one of the former residents of James Beach, died peacefully at home. She died not too long ago. She was 98, you know. But she lived an amazing life. You know, she sailed an 18-foot boat that she owned. She used to teach my mom how to paint. My mom would go and paint with her. Crazy, she outlived my mother by 20 years, right? My mom, she lived 25 years more than my mom. We all thought my mom was gonna live till 80, 90. My mom took care of herself. I'm fully convinced that did my mom in, you know, she kept listening and going. She didn't need to anyway. I don't know what got me on these tangents, but it just, I want you to know that like, there's people that became multi-millionaires and billionaires and they didn't even do it till way later on in their life. Because when I was in my 20s and 30s, I was like, because I'm not already making 100 mil, like there's no way I'm going to become a billionaire. And I used to tell myself it wasn't going to happen. I really did. In my 30, 31, you think Sam always had this mentality? No, I did not. I had a piece of it, but I would lose it. Like I would think I was going to become a billionaire for like a month and I'd do all these business and then I'd get depressed. Something wouldn't happen. I'd go back into my hole. I'd become isolated and I'd say, I'm never going to be a billionaire. I'm never going to make any money. It's not going to happen to me. And you know what happened? Nothing did happen to me because that's what was my mentality. Once I changed my mentality, things began to change for me. Once I believed that things were possible, and it was when I had my first daughter. I thought I had all this guilt and pain. You know, you grow up Democrat and Irish. Number one, in the Catholic Church, you're born with original sin, right? So right off the bat, you're born to, kind of hate on yourself a little bit. I'm dirty, I'm sinful. And I'm just saying, as a kid, you're taught, don't touch yourself, you go blind, all this stuff. I mean, just saying, this is what you're told. So then, you kind of have a little bit of self-doubt in you. Then my dad, had that mentality and kind of put, he built me up, but he also had some self-doubt, which I picked up on, right? Negative things, looking at the negative side of situations. So now, and then you couple the Democratic Party telling you that the rich people are out to get you and that that it's a hardworking man. And now I believe by the time I was 14 that I was a working class, middle class kid that was going to just go take a job like my dad. I wasn't going to become a trader. I wasn't going to become a multimillionaire. Those weren't on the table. I was supposed to do, be going an electrician, going to the union, do what my mother and father did, right? But I had ambitions at a young age to change my life. I went over a kid's house who had a maid and he had a mansion, and I said, man, there's another life out here, right? You literally speak in my life story. You help me to believe in myself every day. Yeah. No, it's big biz, Sam, and big pharma. Yeah. I tell myself I can do it every day. Yeah. Pump it. And so then they got me thinking that I didn't deserve to be rich. I'm just trying to take you through you guys can judge me whatever you want. I'm telling you my life story. So they started making me think I didn't deserve to be rich. In my 20s, I felt like but then my two friends sold a company for 220 mil and they made 50 and 80 mil together. And I said, man, they just made a boatload of money. And they worked really hard doing it. I saw them work every day from like 7 in the morning to like 10 at night. They were grinding in the Empire State Building. And I was like, man, I'm not going with this small thought anymore. I need to think big. And then I started listening to Jim Rohn. I started finding mentors online. Started watching Grant Cardone. Started saying, hey, why can't I do something big with my life? Started seeing people who influence online. Said, man, if I can get myself right, I can help others get themselves right. The momentum began to grow. I started feeling it. I realized I could do things that I never thought possible. The word billionaire wasn't so foreign to me. Things started to seem like they were reachable. I made my first mil. I made another mil. Next thing you know, money started to kind of roll, right? I started to kind of further achieve goals in my life. I started seeing how I could get somewhere in life finally and change where I was. And my 18-year-old is apprenticed with my buddy's electric biz now. No more flipping burgers. Amen. Yep. Easy example. Nobody lost 50 pounds in a week. Great thing is time. Work out every day. The money will come. Stay consistent. 100%. And so you keep pushing. Look, here's the pump to the upside. You're in the gain right now at 59,397. I mean, you are in the gain from 59,137, right? Easy example. Yeah, exactly. And the same thing in life, like it's going to take time. But if you don't have the mentality, you don't believe in yourself, it's not going to happen. And honestly, I can pick out someone with a negative thought process immediately because I used to have one. So I know I can identify somebody that is not helping themselves internally because for years I didn't help myself. All right. Liver, you show me how to be persistent every single day, my friend. I started my own plumbing HVAC business 22 months ago and did not work the weekend until I began watching your live streams. I'm the exact same position, man. I also listen to Jim Rohn. Amen. Preaching positive life changes at Bitcoin pumps. I love it. You can also, oh my God. Sam is rich by inspiring and changing lives. Amen. Virtue is a good thing to spread. Sam, I just graduated from college and want to get into Bitcoin trading to escape the 9-to-5. Can you give me some advice? I can't give you advice because that would be financial advice. But what I can give you is an education. If you show up every single day and you want to be dedicated, you can trade with the way I trade, see the strategies in which I use, and it'll change your life. Look, when moving averages get very close together, it tells us the move is coming. We're getting very close moving averages, almost a shoulder, head, and a right shoulder kind of vibe. We're breaking above this 200 MA. You want to add the 200 MA to your charts. The first thing I can help you with is the MAs. First thing you want to do is hit 5 MA. First, you got to go to tradingview.com and get associated with TradingView. All right, that's the first thing you need to do. Once you understand tradingview.com, sign up for a 1-month trial and start playing around. Hit the 5 MA indicator. Indicators are up here. Click on here, hit 5 MA. 5 MA is going to come onto your screen. You're going to change the first one to 21, the second one to 50, 80, 100, and 200. This is a screenshot you can take and you can rewatch this again. So even though I may go quick, you can always come back to it. The style is going to be white, red, purple, blue, and yellow. All right, if you want to be aligned with what we're doing. And the main one you want to focus on is the 21 and the 200. You want to use the 200 as trend. When you get above the 200, you know the trend's up. Once that happens, you can then start trading the bounces off the 21. You see? So you'll break the 21 and then you'll trade the flags whether we hit, eventually one of the flags won't hit because one of the bigger time frames will be further away from the 21. It'll have to reset. All right. I just gave you a little backstory of how to trade. It may seem convoluted at first and you probably have no idea what I said. But if you let some of this seep in and you continue to push forward, I just gave you gold. All right. And I believe that would be the first way I could help you on your journey. All right. If you want to spot patterns, do you always ignore the wicks? And if yes, why? Yeah, in regular traditional trading, they don't ignore the wicks because you don't have as much price action in regular trading because price action, they stop on the week, they stop at night, right? It's 8 hours a day. So they do stuff like this. You'll see a lot of this in regular trading. However, in crypto, they tend to break patterns and bring them back in to trick you out. Like here, like they broke that trend line, but they broke it back inside. If you were to align the trend line with this wick, I don't think it would make sense. But if you align the trend line with this candle body, it would make a lot more sense. Right? 1, 2, 3. So the more you play around, the more you'll start to see it. And so I personally have back tested this, and I've learned if you use the wicks, your patterns will be probably disformed and not look correct. And then you'll miss out on key levels of support and the trend. Like you won't get the right trend. Here's another example here. Like that is the pattern. It was a rising wedge that broke to the downside. But if you felt like you had to use that wick out there, like, I don't know, I feel like the pattern wouldn't have been correct. You know, you might have done, I don't know. It's like, so I always say no wicks when making patterns, candle bodies. Again, if you do use the wicks, always use the wicks. If you use the candle bodies, use the candle bodies. So 59,400 for Bitcoin, getting a bit of a pump here above the point of control and the 200 MA. I did call along. So far, you are in the money if you got in to the trade. Stay consistent with Sam. Lots of lines and crazy patterns will become 2020 vision. Exactly. Yeah. Sir, your level of dedication and consistency is second to none. Thank you. Amen. Yeah. Hey, I wanted to become the best in the space. When you close your eyes and you ask yourself who shows up and who's there every single time, I want you to see my face. My dad was consistent. My mom was consistent. I came from people that did not stop. My mother and father were grinders, man. And, you know, they lived the life of their dreams. They went to the island they wanted to live on. I got to sail and be in nature. My mother made sure nature was a huge part of my life. My mom rode her bike. My dad rode his bike. My mom went swimming. They always brought me to the beach. My parents surrounded me in nature. They taught me that nature was everything. My dad would always tell me when life's not going right, you got to get yourself to the beach, get yourself to a park, get yourself on your bike. My dad would whisper these sweet nothings to me all the time. Like, hey, Sam, like, you know, and I say sweet nothings, but, you know, he would whisper these little moments. He would just say little words to me. He'd be like, hey, you know, and my dad said, you got to take care of yourself. You got to learn when to rest. You got to learn when to have a good time. You know, R&R, he would say, you got to relax and reset. Very important. For you to continue to go, you got to take care of yourself. And my parents always remind me of this, you know? So, they were hippies, man. My parents were hippies. All right, my dad was at the Washington Monument when they stormed the Capitol, you know? There's a picture of him leaning up against a VW van, you know? Can you check you're fortunate to have a great dad. Amen. 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 And my dad wasn't perfect. My mom was perfect. My dad he was rough around the edges. You know, he wasn't raised perfectly. His dad used to throw him out of bed in the morning. You know what I mean? He was raised by a bricklayer that didn't have time, and he had cross eyes as a kid. So his father looked at him funny. And so in 1940, my dad's born in 1946, and his dad's like, and he's cross-eyed. So his dad thinks he's retarded, right? Back then, cross-eyed looked retarded. So the father kind of like, I don't know. He was like, my dad said he was a little like, he was treated kind of like the black sheep, like you know, by the time he was 2 years old, he had glasses like, they say Coke bottle glasses, right? As thick as the bottom of a Coke bottle, all right? And then my dad would fight because kids would make fun of his glasses, and then he'd break them. And if he went home, his dad would beat him. So my dad literally, they found out years later that my dad befriended the optometrist in the local neighborhood. And he'd tell him, hey, if I go, my dad's going to hit me. Could you fix my glasses? And the optometrist, he didn't even say that, but the guy knew his dad was a hardcore bricklayer that wasn't going to play games. So the optometrist would fix my dad's glasses for free. Probably once a week, my dad would bring in a broken pair of glasses, you know. And this was a little thing that my dad was able to make connections early. As a young kid, he didn't need anyone to tell him. My dad became independent at a very young age, you know. And that's why you see me, like, I come from that. Like, I may not live my dad's life, but I spent a lot of time with my father. You know, when he was 56, I was 14, you know. 50, I was 14. He had me when he was 36 years old, okay? And so by the time I'm 14, he's 50. And he's telling me real life things. You know, by the time I'm 24, he's 60. So when I'm just getting out of college, I have a 60-year-old man telling me the lessons of life. Every time I'm on the phone with him, every time I chill with him. That's why the death of my father was so hard, because like I don't talk about it a lot, right? You guys hear me talk about the death of my mom. What about the death of my father? You know? Like, my dad died in May a year and 2 months ago, not 3 months. I still can't believe he's been gone over a year. You know? You can't gain talent, but you can gain hard work. Amen. I always say hard work beats talent. If talent don't work hard, I don't care how talented you are, I will outwork you. I will outwork you. I'll find a way to outwork you. You know, I'll go to bed earlier, I'll work, or I won't even sleep. I don't care what it is. I will make it happen. You know what I mean? I'm 20 and my parents are 65. Say that's a blessing. You're going to get a lot of wisdom, my friend, that a lot of people are not going to get. You see? Shout out to Finn and Daisy. God bless my mom and my dad. Amazing people, man. And shout out to our channel sponsors, I Trust Capital, a place where you can set yourself up for the long term. Where else could you park some Bitcoin, have it safely kept, when you're 59 years old, have the Bitcoin sent back to you, ready to go to take care of your family in the long term? Buy and sell cryptocurrency tax-free inside of an IRA or a Roth IRA today. Find out more. Invest 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. With I Trust Capital, hit the QR code on the right side of the screen if you want to find out more. Also, Decrypto.tax. I personally know the owner of this company is a good friend of mine, and Ernest will take care of you. Streamline your crypto and DeFi taxes with our cutting-edge software. They're experts in cryptocurrency and DeFi tax preparation. You won't get results better than them, I'm telling you right now. And if maybe you didn't do well last year, or you're not sure, or you're in some fear, get a free consultation. Stop playing games. Get the knowledge you deserve. A lot of people, I find, play games with their taxes because they don't know enough. And there's a lot of fear involved in it. And they don't want to ask the questions because they're afraid. I've seen this. I've watched it. Get the education. Once you get education, fear disappears. Once you pay the right person to take care of your issues, they're the experts, not you. So you shouldn't hold that fear inside. You should be able to pay the expert. Pay the expert. Schedule a free consultation. Stop playing games today. And there's some sideways price action there. And it is weekend trading. You know what I mean? And again, we could lose the 15-minute 200. We could dump even the 7-minute 200. If you want to play it a little closer to the bone, I'd watch the 7-minute. And we could do one of these and just dump a little bit, but it will give me caution and it will tell me, hey, be careful. If we lose this 200 MA on the 7, I just don't see how we can't fall all the way back to 56,800. Bitcoin looks like it inverted on the 1 hour. Can we do an SR flip? We talked about this earlier. Yeah, shoulder head. I already mentioned that. And yes, we need to go boom and boom. And SR flip 62,000 or 59.8 and then 62K, really. But yeah, we need SR flip this key level, 59,800, 100%. You're spot on, my friend. Yeah. Sammy, please take a look at fear and greed. I think it was at 27 last night. It probably still in the same place. 25. I mean, that's extreme fear. I would love it to come down into 15s. But whenever the fear is this high, I have to buy Bitcoin. I bought more Bitcoin last night. Another, I just keep buying more BTC. All right. So, Johnny B, it'll be all right. You'll see each other again. Don't you worry, my friend. Lost my mom early Friday morning, 80 years old. My world seems to be closing in around me. Johnny B, we love you. I know exactly how you feel. When my mom, I was numb for 3, 4, 5 days. And my mom, it took her 5 days to die in a coma. So once the initial shock of her death, we just kept going back every day. We were in an Airbnb. Then the Airbnb ended, and I called the Airbnb and extended it another week. And we just sat in this Airbnb, driving to the hospital 5 minutes away, every 10 to 12 hours, spending 5. And it was just like, and when she finally passed, it was like, I'm 100% with you, my friend. And there's nothing I can say, but you know what? Eventually, look at me. I'm live in front of 700 people right now talking about the death of my mom, and I'm okay. You will be okay. If I can be okay, then you will be okay, my friend. There'll be times where the pain comes. There'll be times where you're sad. But now I cry. I really, really cry like once a month or twice a month now. I used to cry like every other day. So it'll change. Things will change. And you'll get there. Yep, exactly. Yep. 100% crypto ace. That's what happens, bro. Yeah. The pain is you honoring your parents, amen. Because they were such beautiful people, man. 1 hour looks like it wants to rip on those stochastics. 59K is holding. We have support and resistance at 58,800. All right. My mom died when I was 18. I'm 31 today, and it always hurts. Happy birthday, Lil Wong. We love you, brother. Keep your head up and make her proud, amen. Yeah. Short. Yeah. Who controls the narrative? Not them. Yeah, exactly. Not the Who, not CNN, not NBC. We the people. We got this. Love is the strongest frequency. Whoever is truer to the love frequency will win. This is what they do not understand. It's a frequency battle. Stay aligned. 100%. This guy's funny. He always writes like really interesting things. That looks like something else when you first look at it, right? You're like, wait, what is that? Shout out to Alex O Crypto with the blowfin. And look at that, another 100 subscribers on follow. You know, we're getting a lot of followers on Twitter. We're on our way to 30,000, man. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Exposure is running hot. I really, really thank you for it. My wife, this thing's gonna somehow going viral with the 9,000 views. I thought this was pretty funny. Let's take a look at this. It's gonna come back.
Oh, get out of here.
What do you mean? Hey, babe, are you ready to go to lunch?
I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to put up with this.
Put up with what?
You sound like a little freaking weirdo, man. Like
My voice?
yeah, it's
gonna
not
come
fun.
back.
Oh, get out of here.
What do you mean I sound like what?
Just don't talk. Just
What?
don't talk.
Come back. Hey, babe, are you... That's so funny, man. Dump it. Media controls the narrative because majority humans believe them. Facts. Yep. Wifer is hilarious. I know, right? Rough. You guys are funny. But follow me on Twitter, man. We're blowing up on Twitter. I greatly appreciate the constant love and support, man. I really do. Ooh, look at that. Nature reclaims, right? Crazy how many big ships and we just left them to like whatever's, right? About 12 million transactions for nearly free. Welcome to Hydra. It's pretty cool, man. I think Hydra's going to be big. All right. And Dubai approved salaries in crypto. That's a big deal. Now you can go to crypto, you know, you can go and because before it was harder to buy things if you said you were getting paid in crypto. But now if they approve salaries in crypto, it all comes. Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't listen to a thing Dan Blazarian says. I think that dude's insane, honestly. You know, he ran like a lot of his companies to the ground and like, I don't know. You could do your own take, but go do a deep dive on that guy. Anyway, I'll leave it alone because I don't want to get put, you know, anyway. Yeah, Bitcoin isn't perfect, but it's pretty close to the best chance you have in this financial system. He's 100% right. 100%. 100%. 100%. I love this. I don't care what you think. So fresh. Shout out to Tristan, man. Super nice when my mom passed away. He reached out to me, which was pretty cool, man. Tristan Tate. So bless the Tate brothers. Hey, when your mom passes and someone reaches out to you that has that many followers, it's pretty awesome, man. So, hey, again, it didn't make it that much better. My mom died in front of me, but hey, at least it was nice. You know, at least it was nice. I've been trying to tell people that no one believes it but my dad. But some of these ships from X century even left with tons of gold on the bottom of the sea, right? If you like the Tates, you should like Brazarian. I don't know. I think he's a womanizer, man. I don't like dudes. I had a twin sister, an older sister. I have three daughters. Like, I'm not cool with dudes that just treat women like M&Ms, man. You know what I mean? He sold his life. Tristan follows me. Look, follows you. See that? Follows you. He only follows 1,111 people. I'm one of them of the three. You know what I mean? Tristan Tate follows me, bro. Like, he knows the deal. Come on, man. I'm up and coming, bro. I'm going to break in. You know it. You know it. 2-3 years from now, I'm going to be one of the big dudes. He sold his Litecoin for 29 and I got him in that Casper, baby. I love it. Sammy is right. Tates are base. Dan B is a D-bag. I don't even know. I'll do my own research, but from what I've researched, yeah. You could say a few words about the US dollar current situation. Chart looks horrible, as it always is. I don't know why you're asking me to say a few words about it when yesterday I did the top-down analysis and I went over it in depth, right? So come on now. Every single Friday, I do the macro top-down analysis, weekly macro analysis. I did it without a voice yesterday, so I'd greatly appreciate it if you jump on in and find out more. You're one of the biggest dudes when it comes to TA to me. Tates and Dan and more are much different. Amen. Can you say a few words about the US dollar current situation? Yeah, I mean, just watch the DXY right here. I believe we put timestamps. Let me make sure these are timestamps.
I want to see if this candle can reclaim that key area. That key area is going to be 58,000.
Hey, Sean, timestamp these, man.
500.
Yeah, there's no reason why you shouldn't timestamp the DXY and all that. Why not? You know what I mean? Sorry, I don't mean to make more work for you, but I believe this should be timestamped, man, with the DXY. Let's do it right, guys. That's what professional channels do. Let's be professional. Let's not skip. Let's put our best foot forward. So next time I'd like to see this timestamp, please. I work super hard. I do all the details. Let's keep it moving. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's really unbearable. This is a grief channel. For 1 million times, the dads here, we all have lost. Damn, man. You're the worst, bro. We're going to leave you alone and you're done, man. Yeah. See what happens when you bring negativity to this channel in any way, you will be removed. You know what I mean? Please stick to crypto. I won't. I'll talk about whatever I want, whenever I want. Specifically on a Saturday, I'll talk about whatever I want, honestly. And I won't be told what to do, ever, by anybody. Because that's what my boss did. And I don't have a boss anymore. And you're not my boss. So you can kick rocks, my friend. God bless you, brother. I'll talk about my mother and my dead dad whenever I want. Whenever I want, my friend. Please kick rocks and move on. It's not your show. It's my show. All right? Amen. Thank you. May God bless you, though. May you have a wonderful life. But I'm not in it to win it with you. I'm in it to win it with beautiful people that want to push love, light, and happiness every single day. If you don't want to choose positive energy, I'm not with it. All right? Shout out to Crypto Jeb. Is Crypto Jeb in the chat? Jeb, are you there? Crypto Jeb, are you out there? I was talking to him today on Twitter, so he might have bounced in. No, Sam, you're not going to believe me. My child has pneumonia this week, and you helped me with the medical bills just because of riding your trades. Thank you so much. Mamba, I love you, man. I'm going to put that on Twitter right now because, hey, I do believe you, bro. I do believe you. I don't think you would ever say that without it being true. Saving lives over here with trades. I mean, people laugh at me and think it's a joke, but like, I mean, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we rock it out, right? Like, we make gains on the live stream. Saving lives out here with the trade setups. Love this life. Man, you're the man. Thank you very much. Saving lives out here with the trade setups. Love this life. He said, I mean, my child had pneumonia and you helped me with the medical bills because of riding your trades, man. I mean, I'm unbelievable. Because yourself, life, or facts, talk life, crypto stocks, all good. On Saturdays, I tend to be a little more about my life and give you guys a little more insight. Hey, I'm a self-made entrepreneur, online entrepreneur too. Like everyone, I'm a trader, but I'm also an online entrepreneur. I learned how to create a school. I learned how to push myself. I learned how to market myself. You know, I have more skills than just trading. I got all sorts of skills. I'm getting into real estate. I'm an entrepreneur, man. I'm going to teach you guys how to make $1 billion. Like, this channel is not just about trading. Every other channel is about trading. Trading is just a means to how I gain more wealth, man. I'm just trying to show you, and everyone who's into money should know the charts. You should be able to look at the real estate chart, the gold chart. Whenever you invest in something, you should be able to see whether it's overbought or oversold. Are you getting in at a premium or a discount? That's what the charts can teach you. At the end of the day, it's going to tell you whether that investment, you know, that negative dude can kick rocks with open-toed shoes. It's healthy to talk about things we've been through. You have people who care about you in here, Sammy. Talk all you want, brother. Amen. You guys have told me that. Amen. I shouldn't even respond to I'm going to get really good at just never responding. Crypto and real estate is the game. The only thing that has me kind of stressed with real estate, look, they just took away my followers, man. I had 29 too. What the heck? I just went back to 28.9. Why? I didn't pay for any followers. What are they doing? I guess they scrape? Dang, man. I was just continuously gaining followers every second, and then boom. What the heck? Right after this tweet about Monkey Box, it's weird, right? You never know, but like, I don't know, man. I was gaining heavy momentum. Next thing you know, they just literally ripped 300 followers from me. I was at 29,126 right now. Sam, why don't you accept Bitcoin to join the 99? We do, of course we do. Email crypto livers. You can pay in cryptocurrency. Someone says, why don't you accept Bitcoin? Yeah, I know, right? Did you ask? I don't know, maybe not. Life situations and losses make each of us who we are. Use every experience. Yeah, Bitcoin back to 59,240. You're obviously going to go flat most of the day. Might even just get a little, they usually go after your shorts. This channel is about so much more than money. Learning how to make these gains is just the beginning. Yeah. You got to learn how to keep the gains, number one. Remember, crypto is not the only way of earning. People say that you can't earn more and faster than in crypto, but it's not true. You close a trade on the first candle close beneath the 5-minute 200 MA. No, usually not. That's just the 5-minute. I would need the 15 or the 7. Yeah. What's your opinion on the current conditions of the market? It depends. If a bigger time frame is below, then yes. It depends if the bigger trend is around. You know? If they leave, they don't deserve the sauce. Amen. Yeah. My parents also had their PayPal hacked, but I hadn't had a problem with PayPal. So it's what I use at the moment. Yeah, I had a customer file a chargeback fraudulently, and even full evidence PayPal sided with the scammer. They do it all the time. Don't worry about it, man. You just got to keep moving. I paid in crypto 2 times now. You sure can. Email the wifer. Thank you for saying that. Yeah. Let's take a look at Solana and see what's happening to the meme coins. Solana kind of the tip of the iceberg for these meme coins. Whatever happens to Solana, if Solana's dumping or pumping, it's going to have an effect on the rest of the market, right? I mean, altcoins are going to struggle. So, wow, Solana all the way back to 136. Altcoins took a beating yesterday. They really did. People didn't really realize it. Bitcoin kind of took a pump, but the altcoins took a beating. Look at that wick down to the downside when we went to 109. I have Solana 100 grand at 109. So I'm holding on by 30 grand win right now. And it hasn't been easy, bro. They haven't made this cycle easy at all to hold. So I look at the weekly for Solana. I get rid of the moving averages for a split second. And I got to get a new mouse. The thing broke here. When I do the wheel, it's these mice is on this. I go through these mice all the time. These type of mouse, whatever. One indicator using for the volume profile, the VPVR or the VRVP. I call it the VRVP. Everyone else calls it the VPVR, but visual range, there's VRVP, right? But I think you can even type in VPVR. No, it's the visible range volume profile, but you can even, I guess maybe you could put that in there. I don't know. I use the VRVP. All right, right there. Meme coin's been popping. Sam, what do you think? Alts already bottomed or more to come? Anything is possible. I would watch my macro weekly analysis. That answers that question in depth. All right. You guys are asking questions that get answered by that weekly analysis video every single week. So we got to get a bounce here. We got to get a bounce. All coins need to bounce. If we do not get a bounce here, bearish retest. I mean, you could test here and could Solana go all the way back down to $47? I mean, not a lot of, if you can't hold this support, previous support or resistance there about 119, we're going to have some trouble. So Solana needs to bounce, consolidate, and then the bull run is on. If Solana bounces and consolidates, the bull run's on, we're on our way to 375 Bitcoin. Solana loses this key level and loses 119, it's going to have to test 90, and then we're going to go from there. So we really, really need a bounce this week. If we don't get a bounce this week, we're in some trouble. We really are in some trouble. We desperately need a bounce. Sam, altcoins been getting destroyed for months. Could an altcoin season bring back the losses and make more? I'll be honest, when altcoin season rips, you're going to make 40-50% a day on altcoins. They come back so fast, faster than you would realize. Bitcoin flies up to 75,000. Next thing your altcoins up double in 2 seconds. It all comes back pretty fast. That's why I just hold. But again, you got to do whatever makes you happy. I can't tell you what to do. Try a trackball most. Had mine for years. Obsession outbeats talent every time. Amen. You will join on weekend analysis. Will exchanges the best interface or experience for a new user for a demo account? Maxi, baby, and Wax, they're both great, but Maxi has the best demo account right now. Seamless and easy to do. I would head over to Maxi. All right. Their demo trading is amazing.
Community.
All right.
When we come together, when we support each other,
yeah, I listen to Jim Rohn every single day. There's a Jim Rohn video out on the Jim Rohn Motivation channel every single day.
Today I want to share a key.
And what this guy does is he just chops up other Jim Rohn talks and he puts them together. Some things reiterate, others don't. And I post this to the trading group, and every single day I watch one of these videos to remind myself of where I'm going, to write down my goals, to push myself, and to make it happen, right? You're the one that's going to make it happen, nobody else. It's up to you. It's completely up to you. Amen, Sean. Amen. Thank you, brother. Yep. I think if someone bought altcoins, it's at 40% or more, people will still count them for the biggest dip of the lowest price. So take your altcoin lowest price and 5 to 10x it to have a target price. Amen. Thank you for all your help in life. Shout out to Jared D. We love you, man. Take a track. Well, okay. Yeah. So not much more I can say about the markets today. All coins are sketchy. They're going to follow Bitcoin. You need this Bitcoin to break the 200 MA and 59.8, right? If we get that break, we could pump up to 60,000. There is liquidity all the way up there waiting for us. So BOOKMAP does suggest that we got big red up at 60,200. It could happen. Can we get all the way to 63? That's what the target says. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but that's just the length of the pole. Many, many times the length of the pole is exactly what happens. So we'll go from there. All right. You think Monday is up time? I don't think, man. I don't know why you guys keep using that word when you're trading. You like to lose money. As preparation for the Joker movie, Joaquin traded Bitcoin in the 58 for 7 days. Why? Just to feel like sketched out? I'm so weird. Why? Like, I'm gonna like Google that. Like, why? Do you see he just backed out of the last film? Like he was all ready to go and he just said no. You need two things to avoid being insane and mentally depressed while owning crypto. Money you can't afford to lose and the emotional stability to accept the ups and downs. Exactly. You know, in order to prepare a Joker, Joaquin Phoenix bought crypto at the top and sold it as soon as it dropped. Why? I don't understand. Yeah. It prepared him to be like all over the place. I don't get it. You know, 2 extra money is still great. There's times at DCA right now. Yeah. Thanks again, Sam. Have a weekend with the fam. Amen. Newer here, but this channel has quickly grown on me to be the favorite of the crypto space. Sam, you're a real G. Joining the Lifer crew this month. Hey, man, thank you. Go to cryptolifer.com. Jump on in today. We make it very easy. Go to cryptolifer.com, hit the link, sign up, and join today. You will get, I have a class in there that people are charging $2 to $3 grand. I have a content directory with all my videos already waiting for you, all the ideas, concepts, and things that I created. And I'm going to work on it again. I'm going to start putting out more tutorials. In 2024, I'm going to go even harder with the teaching and the learning. So there's so much more coming at you guys. So much more. We do token metrics every single Monday and Thursday. Sam, good morning. Can you take a look at Rare? 3 days against the market. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Everyone's asking me about Rare. Super Rare. Let's take a look at what happened. People asked me about it yesterday, and then they continued to pump, and I didn't get... all I would have said was catch the flag with low stochastics. See, I would have drawn the flag, low stochastics, 21-day moving average. My system is so dang simple, then. And most people laugh at it because the simple stuff is what people don't see. So now, look, if you think this is going to continue, you draw the flag again. You could even draw a mini Fibonacci if you want, a local fib, I call it. If this comes back to the 21, it's going to continue to go to the upside. But wow, Rare, from August 15th at 7 cents, went all the way up to 24 cents. I mean, you're getting a 3x, 4x almost on Rare. Unbelievable. Again, once it crossed the 200 MA, watch. If you go to the 4 hour, it probably crossed the 200 MA on the 4 hour. That was the big move. I always teach this. This is likely to come back down pretty hard, though. See how far it is from the 21-day moving average? And the daily is very far from the 21. This tells me it was likely a pump and dump group. They got a hold of it and they pumped the price. You know what I mean? Why? Because it's got too far away from the 21. It wasn't a sustainable carryover. This is going to come crashing down at one point. It's going to be a beautiful short, in my humble opinion. When will we see the short? Wait for bearish div, possibly. On like the 1 hour, you know? Right now, you got a little bit of bearish divergence as this swings up. And this swings kind of doesn't swing as hard. I would say you could short this back down to the 21. There's a chance it pumps one more time. And then at that point, the 4 hour is going to be way in the daily, and then you're going to get a beautiful short. So I'd start to plan out a short here as this starts to kind of play out because it looked unsustainable of a move. But, you know, I really should have kept my Bitcoin in ETH method from 2020. I branched out to alts and waiting on just breaking even. We have institutions. Don't worry, Jennifer, you're in there for the long haul, man. You're focused on these small time periods. We're going to have a talk a year from now, Jennifer, and we're going to have a hug, and you're going to be like, look, I'm still in Mara. You think it's been easy? Money, big money does not, you know, imagine guys that have billions of dollars in the market. They go up and down hundreds of millions of bucks. A guy worth billions, he'll be down 300 mil as the market ebbs and flows. You know what I mean? Wow, Mara crashed all the way back to 14, though. So whack, man. Every time we got some momentum, and I wanted us to hit this bottom trend line, man, Mara's been struggling every single time. We got it tomorrow at $9 back here. September and October, coming up on a year now, we've been in this coin, right? Or this asset. It's taken forever, bro. I can't believe it disrespected that trend line and just dumped on us. Now it's attempting to double bottom here. My whole point, though, is I truly believe Mara will continue to go up in value over time. And if Bitcoin continues to go up, so will Mara. Again, maybe it stays in some chop. I guess the next time we hit this key level, I may have to take some off the table because we've hit it once, twice. I've been in massive gains a few times now. I've 4x my money like 2 or 3 times. All right. But I didn't want to sell underneath the year for short-term capital gains. So, and I want to turn the 15, 16 grand into 150,000. That's the plan. Right. Can you explain moving averages? You had a rule. Am I right? I don't know what that means, but when you break above the 200 MA, you're likely pumping. Yeah. Saw your ex post with the baby. Nice work, Sammy. The cheeks, baby. The chubby cheeks. Amen. Thank you, Tony. Why don't Bitcoin investors need therapy? Because they already know how to deal with their ups and downs. Funny. Just keep stacking your Bitcoin. Marathon chart looks bad, but meebly, this double bottom is the dip already. Very risky point. Hey, she making big money. You're funny. Hey, Pickle Rick. And Jennifer, we love you. I can't wait till you win. All right. I can't wait till you win. What's going on? What are you doing? Why are you distracting me during the show? What's on? What's happening? What's up? Oh my God. Jealous women are crazy, man. You don't want to be with a jealous lady. CRISPR is the future of genetics. Funny, people keep talking about CRISPR. Like, you can't hear about stocks without CRISPR Therapeutics, right? I don't trade pharmaceuticals, and because they get patents. The patent hits, then something happens. They can crash in a day. Funny, don't do drugs is what my landlord used to say. He was like, I would say I'm trading. He goes, don't do drugs. And I'm like, he's like, and I'm looking at my landlord like, he's like, and he meant don't trade pharmaceutical companies because, like, you know, they get approved, then they don't get approved. Something happens. The stock goes up 500% in a day, then it dumps the next day because next thing you know, it gets back tested or there's a reaction. I mean, CRISPR's in this beautiful falling wedge, kind of a cup and handle with a higher low there. Stochastics are super low. I take a look at it on the weekly. Weekly is definitely getting into the buy zone if you want this rounded bottom. If I believed in this, I would start DCAing into it. Likely it's going to come down one more time to 29, but it looks like if 29 is not your bottom, then this thing's going to zero. But if 29 bounces, I mean, has to be the low price. I believe 29 will be your bottom. I wouldn't be surprised if CRISPR makes it back to 238, but it's going to take some time. Might be like by 2026, you know? Yeah, it's really the thing, CRISPR, more serious and huge thing than Musk's Neuralink. Broke the 1 hour trend with no momentum and printing a head and shoulder on the 5 minute. Hey, man. Yeah, it's the weekend, man. This is my long-term hold for CRISPR, and it's gene editing, first of its kind. Interesting. I think Bitcoin will be better than, I don't know. See, I guess I'm not a maxi, but I'm full-blown drinking the Kool-Aid. Like, Michael Saylor ain't buying CRISPR, man. Right? These billionaires ain't buying CRISPR. They're buying Bitcoin. So, CRISPR will not be digital real estate. CRISPR doesn't have 21 million shares. You know what I mean? I don't know. I caution everyone. Again, I put, like today, if I had money, I'm putting into Bitcoin. You know, I want to own 100 Bitcoins, right? I don't want to own any CRISPR. I got a goal. But again, that's my goal, and I'm obsessed with my own goals, and I'm in my own zone. So you might have a completely different idea. Yeah. Jasmine is held with these last few days. Big things coming with the CEO, now the Japanese government chief innovation boss. I love Jasmine. I jumped on in. I got some Jasmine on the long term. And I share my entire portfolio with everybody every single week on Thursday night. You guys see exactly what I'm holding, what I bought that week, how much money I deployed into the market, and more. So if you like that, and just mentality and how we get through and how we push through this market every single day. Oh no, Bitcoin will be bigger. Absolutely. This is more of a savings for my kids to pop in 2050. I'm a time traveler. Trust me. Pickle Rick, we love you, bro. I got you. I got you. This is my long-term hold for CRISPR. It's gene editing, first of its kind. I see what you're saying. Maybe I'll throw $5,000 on it and just hold it for like 10 years. It might end up turning into a couple 100,000 or maybe even more. You know? Yeah. Can you challenge SDEX? I think it's ready for a big run. Someone asked about it a few times now. Everyone, if you want me to go over a coin, send in a super chat or deep dive. It's the best way to do it. SmartX. I don't know. It looks pretty beat up on the weekly here. It lost the 200 MA on the daily. It lost the 200 MA on the 4 hour, and it's flat in a bear flag. I don't know. I'm not. It looks like it could dump even more. I wouldn't touch it till it broke back above the 200 MA. Yeah. How long does alt season last? It could be like a 40-day period of just absolute insanity. Sometimes it's quick. It's very fast. We wait years for like a couple weeks, and then it's a wrap. It's so crazy. That's why most people won't be in crypto. They just don't have the patience for it. Most people, the gains are blocked from years of waiting, so most people aren't going to do it. All right. And Bitcoin going sideways on the weekend usually creates some pumps for the altcoins, right? Look at VELO double bottoming and breaking the 200 MA. Again, if you just have to wait for the 200 to break, then you open up, a trade with a stop on the other side. You front run the golden cross. I'm telling you, man, this stuff is not that hard. You guys are making it that hard because you're watching everyone else that doesn't really know what they're talking about. I've been doing this for 17 years, so like I've been trading more than half. I'd say I've been trading more than 99% of the YouTubers you watch. Most YouTubers, I've interviewed them. I asked, how'd you get in? I won't say the names, but like, everyone that you watch, like, and they're like, oh, I started in 2017, 2018. I began trading. I've been trading the Toronto Stock Exchange like 10 years before Bitcoin came out. Like, you know what I mean? Or not 10 years, but like 2 or 3 years before it. Just, look, you're just getting above the daily 200 MA. That tells me it's time to load up on VELO. Like if I opened up a long here on VELO, and this is VELO, let me make sure this isn't Velodrome. This is VELO at 1.4, not Velodrome. Two different things, right? I want to make this clear, right? So look, I'll do an experiment for you, but like we could take a look here and go to spot. I just want to go to spot here. And I guess we could trade a perpetual. Perpetual could be different. Like, so there's VELO and there's Velodrome. Velodrome, they type out for you. Well, look, VELO just broke its 200 MA on the daily time frame. All right. Look, I could blindly buy that right now and hold it for a few weeks. Every single other time we broke above the daily, it was a huge pump, right? So look, I don't even like this coin. I don't know nothing about it. I'll blindly buy $4,000 of it. All right, $4,000 of it. I'll bring this down to 34, and I'll hold it for like the next 3 weeks. There's a good idea that it's going to make me money. All right, simply put, because it broke the 200 MA on the daily. All right, now I could easily come back down and dump. Anything could happen. But I've seen this so many times in my life, it looks like VELO has bottomed. Again, I could be wrong. And again, I am buying a green candle. I'm giving you guys an example of like how to just do it without thinking. All right. And again, don't do what I do. You got to understand these concepts and know them for yourself. All right. And that's a coin. I'll sell $12,000 of VELO. I'm not holding it. I just want to turn the $4,000 to maybe $8,000 and walk away. All right. The problem with genetic manipulation is that people are afraid that messing with DNA is causing unpredictable side effects. And that's probably true. Amen. Yeah. 333-777-888. DJ Davey Park. God bless you, man. I'm so pumped to enjoy all season with you and watching your stream while everything is pumping 50% per day. And we can all enjoy it together. Imagine the easy long's coming. Nothing's easy, T. Nothing's easy. Get the word easy out of your mind. Nothing's going to be easy, but it's going to be far less difficult. I'll tell you that. You start early on Saturday. Yes, every Saturday we do a morning update at about 8 to 9, 10 p.m. Yeah, we don't do the stream at the normal time. All right. Nice move for some of these altcoins. I'm still in my orange. I still have orange. All right. Wow, huge pump for orange from 9 cents all the way to 20 cents. I mean, up 100%. Up 100% today, basically, for orange coin on the week. I like it. I like it a lot. Did you break the 200 MA on the 1 minute? On the 1 hour, you did. See, you got above the yellow line. This is simple concepts. This will likely come back now as it pumped too hard, but I like orange. I still hold it, and I believe in the Bitcoin ecosystem coming back strong. Coming back strong. I never sold it. We got in at the very beginning. We ran it up, and I believe we're going to end up running it up again. What do you think about Crypto Hopper for a long time? Auto trading. I don't know what that means. Yeah. Just bought some Avalanche. Hope it goes through the roof. Heck, no, mine are 3 years apart, so it's too far. I feel you, saying a prayer now. Amen. 100% WoW is the biggest rise of altcoins at this moment. I mean, that's a pretty big bump. 9 to 20 cents. That's awesome. And then Binance back in India. You know what I mean? It's on, baby. It's on. Follow me at CryptoLifer33. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love. I'm recklessly bidding on Sola and AVAX here. Trump winning is a price in, and it's a gift from Thor. So funny, right? Hey, I'm bidding on Bitcoin out here. Kind of making, you know, the fact CNN turn on Kamala. Wow, CNN turned on Kamala? When? How? Now I want to know, right? Really, what did they say? Yes. Oh, you have swimming lessons now? Does mommy send you in to do these sweet little looks? Because she knows I can't say no to you? You come and you go, Daddy, you gonna go poo in me? Did she cut your hair and everything too? Make you look cute? I mean, if you don't, I love how Crypto Jeb never said I endorse Trump, but Kamala's an obvious communist. At one point, Jeb, you're gonna have to come out, man, and endorse Trump, bro. You know what I mean? Just, it's okay. Everyone's afraid if they endorse Trump, they're gonna get like, you know what I mean? I endorsed Trump, like, what is it, like 2 weeks ago? And I'm not, I wasn't a full-blown Trump supporter, really not. I'm a libertarian, I'm independent. But, you know, I see what I see. And, you know, I believe he's the best right now. I could be wrong. I believe he's the best right now. And I'd like him to get RFK into the, I think RFK needs to be part of the treasury. Like, he has to hire if he doesn't hire RFK immediately, I'll be pissed. Like, I want RFK in there. You know what I mean? So, and again, after they tried to kill him, I just felt like, no way, like, there's no way, man. You know what I mean? There's something they don't want that dude. There's some people don't want that dude in for a reason. And it seems to be, it's for the freedom of the world, man. And, you know, he's one of the only politicians that's not part of the true establishment. He's been doing his own thing for a long time. Don't get me wrong. He's still an elitist. He's still, you know what I mean? I get it. I'm still the working guy. I get it. Like, I'm not full blown drinking the Kool-Aid, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean? So I want a Trump ticket with RFK as a big part of the organization. Like, if I don't get that, I'm going to be a little disappointed. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm dreaming for. And I'm of the blockchain party. I'm not of either party. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I just want to make that clear. I have my own blockchain party, my own affiliations, and I'm going to break down the doors and change this world. Okay? So, the British go to jail if they say anything online. So crazy, right? Like, what's happening right now is really strange. Freedom of speech is under attack more than it's ever been. All right? Yeah. I'm gonna be straight up for the next 4 years. Yeah. Yeah. Bitcoin, if Trump wins 225, Kamala 105, bot and 12K. That's funny, right? Prison Planet. Yeah, I'm going to be disappointed if Gary isn't fired on the first day. 100%. He said he was going to fire Gary Gensler too. Like, he said it. So, like, do what you say you're going to do. If he doesn't do those things, like, we're going to be pissed. You know what I mean? Anyway, I don't want to make this a political show. I'm just, at one point, we got to say what we got to say, right? That's all. Wow, VELO doing damage, baby. I'm British and not in jail. I love you. I'm going to be disappointed. Yeah. Same in Cambodia, Prison Planet. Yeah. Almost had him. Sam, 1 minute looking like a Sammy cup and handy. Yep. It'll be Elysium soon. Yeah, right. Shout out to Judge Bibbles. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. I think Mr. Egghead Gensler will quit and run this against the wire. Yeah. Trump is absolutely, oh my God, that's so weird. Same one thing I love about is he genuinely loves God. If he follows God's ways, I'm happy. Amen. 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 You guys are funny, man. Anyway, let's get back into the charts. I'm here for the charts, nothing really else. But at the end of the day, he's the most pro-crypto candidate I could find. Him and RFK are both pro-crypto. So, Dad's against, they do what Steve does. Ooh, I like that. DAP? Well, I'll check that out. Thank you. Thank you. 59,400 for Bitcoin. Doing damage, baby. Someone said 1 minute was in a cup and handle. Let's take a look at the BTC on the 1 minute time frame. Yeah, I mean, that's a cup. That's a handle, and it is breaking out. See, cup. Very good, my friend. There's your cup and handle for sure. Above the 200 SMA, getting that pump to the upside. This is this resistance, though. We must break through 59,450. You know? Yeah. 24/7 stream, my wife says. I mean, it was just, when did I start the stream? I don't even know when I started it. I started at 8:30. I thought, I don't know, you know. Anyway, Fractal Bitcoin is using Sats as gas. Worth looking at. Sats is very bullish. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday. Thank you for bringing that up in my DMs, man. I saw your DM. I apologize. I should always, sometimes I read things quick at night and I don't say, hey, I read it. And I feel bad because you're like, oh, he didn't even read it. But I do read it. I wonder if Discord says it was read. So you can be like, all right, he did read it. After Hours Investments, we love you. And you're going to become a key integral part of the bull run because you've been around for a long time. You're going to be able to see things that are coming and then be able to apply the strategies in which I taught you. You're going to help us a lot in this next bull run. I know it. And that's why I love putting a lot of effort into people because they bring the effort right back to us. When I spend so much time building someone into an amazing trader, they are so appreciative. They come back and spend their time building other people into amazing traders. And together, we really create that loop, that frequency loop. And that's really what's happening in the trading group. It's not just me. It's a betterment of a group. It's a group of people raising their vibration and their frequency together. You know, again, I do get the benefit, right? I'm the one selling the place, but at the same time, I built it, right? And I envisioned it, just like the guy who owns the restaurant. But the place is amazing, and everybody that comes through. And honestly, the 99 is a good barrier for entry. I ran a trading group for less, and I've been in trading groups for less. When less people can come in that aren't that serious, there's a lot of nonsense. People that don't take it. When everyone's paying 99, people are taking it very seriously. Everyone's in there to really get that 99 back each month and then continue to gain, right? And so we work to help you earn that money back that you spent. And then, you know, the way I see it, that trading group should produce you $500 a month, at least, you know what I mean? If you know, you got to keep your due diligence, but, and I see people just, they're like, dude, I joined yesterday and I already made 3 times the subscription back. I see it all the time. I'm looking for a big one. You know, look at this shoulder, head, right shoulder. Look at Sats getting tight here. Let's watch Sats in this area. But see what he's saying. We figured out Fractal Bitcoin's getting big. We can see that it's starting to grow again. I told you that I'm going to start telling you guys a little more about Fractal Bitcoin and breaking it down for you. I'm speculative enough to know when something's new that I need to figure out. And that's something that I have to pay attention to. I'm putting alerts right here on Sats, okay? This has utility and they're burning it for gas fees. This tells me that this can start to move. My man, after I was investing, put me on. And that's why I keep the smartest people around me because my network is my net worth. And I have the best people in my network, man. I'm telling you. Most keen individuals in crypto who pay attention. They're DMing me, talking. They create rooms inside the Discord. I give them free reign. We have an amazing, amazing group of people together every single day here. All right. So I'm going to post that to the trading group, something that we definitely want to watch because we can speculate already that because of fees, Sats will likely go up in value over time. Okay. And then we look at then we want to look at the TA and see, does the TA play out? Do we have a possibility of a move here? Right. In 24 hours, I made my 99 back. Look at that. I love that. I love ARKM, baby. I got to be more active in the trading group. I swear. No worries, man. It's okay. You're busy, bro. Like, you're doing your thing. But, you know, you put in what you can, my friend. You put in what you can. I love you, Jamal. I never wanted to make you feel like you weren't doing, you know. But if you feel like you need to put in more, you'll get a lot more back. I'll tell you, the more people you help, the better you feel about yourself, the better feel about yourself, the higher your frequency, the more you'll have gratitude. The more you have gratitude, the more abundance you'll be in. Wow, isn't that amazing? So by giving to others, we feel good about ourselves. When we feel good about ourselves, we thank God for gratitude. Thank you for all the things that I did to feel good. All right? When we have gratitude, we don't do the things we're not jealous. We don't live in fear. And a lot of the other issues that come out of life disappear. Okay?
Paul says that you're supposed to be there with him today. And he says that you're working too hard. He was really disappointed. He's like, where's Sam?
Right now?
He's working today.
He left?
No, he just got here.
All right, I'm going to stop.
He was like, don't tell me.
Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. I will see you tomorrow. I got to jump in the pool with my kids and do the right thing. I have ear infections too, though, so I gotta but anyway, I love you all. I appreciate you, and I thank you so much for being in the live stream. I'm gonna jump on out. It was a nice 2 hours. I'll be back later on tonight. We are talking about me maybe taking off Saturday nights to give my mind and a rest here, but I haven't made that decision yet. So I love you all. I appreciate you, and I'll see you tonight at 8 p.m.